Alright guys, today is the day that we get the coupe out to get it MOT'd in the UK. So it means it's basically an annual inspection, safety inspection, make sure you're in compliance, your lights and safety, nothing's falling apart. So I mean, the car has been off the road for 3+ years since I started this restoration. So I kind of want them to go over it a little bit, being quite scrutinous. Check the suspension, ball joints, a lot of that stuff. I know the lights work, they're in compliance, and but yeah, just wanted to go over it, give it a good safety check before we start driving this thing soon. And it is a lousy day today. It's bright, you can see how bright it is outside, but it's supposed to rain. It is windy. So we'll see how it goes. Well, just nervous. A lot of English people get nervous about MOTs because they don't have a whole lot of money, and if their car needs some work, that's a lot of money out of their pocket. But I'm not too worried. I think I got it all sorted out, and we'll see how this gets on. So I'm gonna start the car, let it warm up, because the MOT, the garage is just up the street. I mean, it's literally like 1,000 yards away. So just got to make sure it's warm. I'm not sure if they have to do emissions on the car or not. I don't know if it's old enough that they don't need to worry about it. One thing I am kind of worried about is I took the side repeaters off, because I think they became mandatory in '86. So the car did have them on when I bought it, but he drilled a hole like right through here and mounted it, and I got rid of that. Because the old guy that works there, he's pretty cool. So as long as you can kind of see it from the side, like from back here, and it's pretty bright with the LEDs that I put in there, that it should be okay. And I know I got a fog light, and all the rest of the lights work, but we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna set up the camera in the car and just let it play, and we'll get what footage I get, and I'll smash something probably quick together with all that, and maybe we'll get an MOT. We'll take it for a little spin around the block if it's not too crappy weather. So it's supposed to rain in about 30-40 minutes according to the weather, but we'll see. You f***ing f***er. Raining.
Excuse me?
They're not original at all, they're LEDs, aren't they?
Yeah.
So they're original on it.
No, I had to do the light conversion on it and swapped it around, and if to get switchback bulbs on the outside, they're LEDs only. So to make the headlights match the indicators, I just put LEDs on the headlights. So.
No, look better. Look better. Right, we'll do the back first. Okay, stop lights. Yeah. Side lights.
Excuse me?
They always sound so beastly, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
What's this? What am I looking at? We're looking at an Austin Allegro. What we're looking at. Mounted rebuilt. Did you rebuild it? That was good job, isn't it?
Thanks.
Every nut and bolt.
Everything.
Yeah.
Even the roof skin,
Yeah.
quarter panels. But I want them to do a thorough eyes on it because I've had every single nut and bolt apart, so that's like just a second set of eyes before you really take it on the road. Yeah. 481 foot-pounds of torque. So I got it on the rolling road because it's turbocharged now, so yeah. Oh. Oh yeah.
Might bigger than that. It's only 245. Oh, 275. Yours driving on the rear though, right? No. Around.
I don't know. There's something rattly in the back, but I don't know if it's exhaust hitting on something. Because I can't get under it while there's weight on the wheels to see if anything's rubbing or anything.
Have a look, mate, when they come out. Have a look yourself, see if you built it. Garth had that the other day actually. I had a can't rattle. I couldn't find it on any lips. It had to be on the ground. With weight on it.
Because I jacked it up and put it on jack stands, but that's, yeah.
Sometimes you don't find it that way.
Just when I'm driving. I don't know.
You want to know it's not going to fall apart?
Yeah.
Like new in there and everything.
Yeah.
You've done a good job.
Thanks.
You do on the interior.
I did, yeah. Well, these seats are out of a GT,
Right.
and I had the rear matched to the texture. 'Cause I got the GTs are always hatchbacks, so the rear seat is split.
Yeah.
So, but the coupes, the notchbacks, are solid rear seats. So we took the panels out of the split seats and blended them together.
Yeah,
and
nice.
Made a custom rear seat for it. And
To make it all match. Good job. Over here must be worth a small fortune, I would imagine.
they're worth a lot more in the States. I mean,
Are they?
just like any car that's desirable is always worth most in the country it came from. That's the place that people are willing to pay the most for it. So this is kind of like our RS Turbo in the States. You know, our 80s Ford that was fast. And a lot of people had them back in the day, and they beat the living snot out of them, and now there's not many left that are in good shape. Because a lot of these are turned into race drag strip cars, and then they're chopped up and they're not kept nice. Or
Is this a locker?
yes.
Okay. The only thing I can see that's got a little bit of wobble on is your fuel filter,
Okay.
where it's suspended.
All right.
If you tap it,
Isn't that there a hose clamp around it?
Yeah, it's there, but it's right in the middle of the back there. It vibrates a little bit.
Let me go take a look if I don't mind.
I found everything over there. Everything that does vibrate.
Rubber just came off.
Right, this is.
I've done it before with my other
Oh,
car.
you know then.
So it's just
On.
you want normal then handbrake, or you just want?
Just brake. Just brake.
Yeah. That it?
Is that still rattling?
I didn't hear it, so I don't know. Grabbed it, kind of bent it down. sucker in there. Oh, what a pain to put this thing in the garage. Alright, so you guys saw what it takes to push your car through an MOT, and we got a pass. So there's a Ministry of Transportation, that's what MOT stands for. So we got a pass. I had to tell them I changed out the odometer because this is originally a Canadian car and I had a KPH odometer head in it. So I took the miles converted, or kilometers converted to miles. That's what I have in there. So, and then explained all that away. Yeah, because you could tell a lot of an English car by its MOT and just by its reg number. Because in the States, you know, you can get a different license plate number, vanity plate, state to state. You just get a different plate all the time. But in the UK, your license plate or your reg number on your vehicle stays with the vehicle from when it's new until you junk it. And you can take that number, and anybody can plug that number into a government database here, pull up the MOT history on the car. They keep it, I don't know, they keep it like 12, 13 years back, I think is when they started recording and all. And you can see the mileage that it had when it had its inspection, any faults or anything that it had that failed for when it went through any advisories. So it's a different kind of world over here for used cars. Nobody trusts anybody when it comes to buying a used car, because it's if you don't have a factory logbook, like every time you need to change the oil or every time it needs going for service, they stamp the logbook. And if it comes time to sell your car, if you don't have a logbook, the value of your car goes down even more, because nobody can trust anybody to do any of the work. Because it's not the economy is not like the United States, where it's cheap, oil's cheap, filters are cheap, things like that. Or it's harder for an English person to keep a car on the road. So if they can keep it on minimal life support for the whole time they have the car until they want to sell it or trade it in, that's how they roll. They don't pull any punches, They'll brag about how expensive the car was when they bought it, but when it comes time to maintain it, they love telling you how little they put into the car for the whole time they've had it, how good a gas mileage it gets, and how long they went between oil changes. And it's like it's a race to the bottom or something. I don't understand it, but anyway, so that's a success. We have a little bit of stuff we got to sort out. There's a rattle in the rear end that I don't know. I went underneath in the pit, took a look at stuff. I couldn't figure out anything. Maybe I got to jack it up. The only thing I can think of is maybe the C-clips have a little bit of play side to side in them. So let's take a look at that in a little while. He didn't even take a balk at all about no side repeaters. I don't know if he was too busy looking at the car, but yeah, didn't even casually look or anything. So that's a win. No, he didn't even want to pop the hood. I figured they were kind of ogling the car a little bit, especially underneath how clean it was, but none of them even wanted to look under the hood. So I was like, whatever. So yeah, cool beans. So hopefully the weather will get better. Wind is whipping outside still. It's going to be bad for the next couple days. But we're heading to John's tonight. Going to keep working on his light conversion.
And Pete should be there. He said he was going to be this time. And yeah, continue on doing our thing. So catch you guys in the next video.